Hey folks, Dogface here. We're back in the downstairs makerspace, otherwise known as the basement, and we're going to continue on with this Blaupunkt vintage radio rebuild. In this video, we're going to identify the capacitors that need to be replaced, clean up the control knobs, see if we can get the tuner working, and whatever else we've got time for. In the last video, the tuner section amplifier was in this space, but as I started looking at it, there was just no way to get access to everything that needed access. So as I move in here a bit, you can see there's little bits of masking tape with notes written on it because I had to unsolder quite a bit to get that out. So I will be able to put it back together. I can just look at those notes and get the leads back in the right place. The other thing that's really nasty about this is you can see this black foam here. It's hammered. I mean, when you touch it, it just collapses into nothing. It's actually making quite a mess on the workbench. So there's the kind of how it looks right now. I'll reset and we'll get into the tuner section. This is how I went about picking the capacitors. First thing I did was I took a picture and printed it out, and then very systematically I just worked my way across. This is a German-made device, so the capacitors don't look the same as they do an American device, but as I found one, I would mark it on the sheet. This one here is equivalent to that one, and I've marked that one number 15, and then I took handwritten notes and just wrote what the different capacitors were, their sizes, and then did that front and back because there's a whole back side of this thing that's just full of capacitors. And then I put it into an Excel spreadsheet just to make it easy to order. That way I could sort all the similar capacitors together and place my order. So I sent that off to a guy up in Canada who sells vintage radio parts. Hopefully those will be here in a couple of days. But in the meantime, I'm going to go through and we're going to see if we can fix some of the other things that need fixing while we're waiting for those capacitors to get here. So next shot is we're going to try and clean some knobs. Let's see how that works. Just off camera, I've got a whole grocery cart of different kinds of cleaning materials. I'm not sure which one's going to work, so I'm going to start with the mildest first and work my way up. I'm going to be super careful about not getting any liquid on the back side of this. This front side is just glass, but a lot of times these things, the backs are made out of water-soluble paints, and getting liquid on the back totally ruins it. So I'm going to be super careful about that. And then, I don't know if you can see it, I hope you can, but there's just a line of dirt that goes across there. Here's where the old knobs were, and there's about 60 years worth of finger schmoo on there. So first thing I'm going to try is just lens cleaner. This is for cleaning glasses. I figure that's the most gentle thing I've got, and then I'm fortunate I've got this back area here that I can test it on, make sure that we're not going to damage, and let's see how that works on that. Oh yeah, it takes it right off. Is it going to touch the FM? No. Okay, well there you go, all right? Simplest, gentlest thing you've got first. Wipe that off and see. These are just some clean microfiber cloths. There you go. That's a world of difference. So the FM's been cleaned and the shortwave hasn't. And that's all I'm after. I'm not after making it look like new. I just don't want it dirty. So I think Q-tips and glass cleaner, eyeglass cleaner is what I'm going to go with on this clean. So I'm just going to take some here and just squirt a bunch into the little bowl I've got, and and go to town. That's a big improvement, and I sped you up, but in real time that really did just take a few minutes. So let's go after that tuner now. That's a little bit messier, but hang tight while we get reset so I can work on that. Here's the shortwave tuning section of this radio, and I've just stuffed some paper towel in here. I'm going to use some contact cleaner to see if maybe I can just get whatever schmooze in there out of the way. But when you turn it, you can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but you can. It sort of wants to move. So I think it's just got some 60-year-old grease in there that's holding it up. So I'm just going to go after it with this spray cleaner and see if maybe I can get it loose. Looks like we've got that freed up. Now I'm just going to work on the other things. There's this treble knob. These knobs here are real sticky and slow. So I've got this cleaner, and it's just electrical contact cleaner I picked up at the local big box store. And then I've got this smaller bottle here of electrical contact lubricant. So I'm just going to work my way through this, cleaning the contacts and then lubricating them. So here we go. Hang on for the ride. Now we're going to take on this piston that controls how fast that front console pulls in and out. As you pull this out, I can feel a spring, and there's a little hole here letting air in and out. So I don't know if there's this is an oil-filled thing or what, but I feel a lot of resistance there. I'm thinking it's a spring. Looks like there's some sort of an adjustment here, and it's been factory sealed, so and I'm not sure what that is. That may be another adjustment. So what I'm going to do is just start off by seeing if I can unscrew this. That is just mostly an empty tube. I highly doubt you can see in the end of that, but there's nothing in there. No spring. Okay, so these are just some old school leather cups. Still relatively supple. Alright, I'm going to go get, I've got some leather conditioner in the other room. Go get that and back in a sec. This is what I'm going to use to recondition those leather pump cups. I've got this ancient tub of Snow Seal. I've had it. Let's not even suggest how long we've had it. But if you read the instructions, it basically says it's good for everything for forever. So there's been a fair amount used in that. I'm just going to work this Snow Seal into these cups here to protect them. and keep them going for another 60 years. I don't know where I'd even begin to find rubber cups for a pump in this particular size. I'd probably have to cut them. And I think these will just keep working. Like I say, they're supple enough. Oh yeah. Okay, well that definitely makes a bigger difference. It's much more resistive in both directions. Just make sure I'm not covering those air holes. Okay, a little technical difficulty there, but we're back. Anyway, this is much better. I can really feel it resisting on both ends. I think this is how it was initially. So there we go. That's all done. I'm going to find some cleaner to clean that up, some better grease cleaner to make it look pretty. But that's all there is to that. That's it for this video. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment. And until the next video, y'all have a nice day.